We're going to turn now to those new taunts from an admitted serial killer who's behind bars. The former South Carolina real estate broker claiming more victims, taunting the FBI in a new letter, saying his killing spree goes far beyond the 7 victims he was convicted of killing. And Amy, you have more?
Yeah, this is a remarkably chilling development in this story. We know that Todd Kohlhepp is now claiming he tried to tell investigators at the time of his arrest last year that, yes, he has more victims, but he says authorities did nothing about it.
It was the case that riveted the nation. Kayla Brown discovered alive after she was chained up for 2 months by the ankle and neck and held in a metal shipping container on this property in rural South Carolina. Her boyfriend later found dead in a shallow grave nearby. Police arrested this man, real estate broker Todd Kohlhepp, who was later found guilty of killing 7 people. This morning, Kohlhepp is taunting police and the FBI from behind bars, telling them there are even more victims. In an 8-page letter to the Spartanburg Herald-Journal, Kohlhepp writes there is more than 7. I tried to tell investigators, and I did tell FBI, but it was blown off. Kohlhepp saying his killing spree may have crossed state lines and even borders, writing at this point, I really don't see reason to give numbers or locations.
We told him before he left to go to whatever prison he's at that we'd be happy to speak with him about any past crimes that he could tell us in the future. He said in the court hearing that he had none.
After being released, Brown told Dr. Phil her captor bragged about murdering a staggering amount of people.
He would brag about how many people he's killed and how good he was at it.
How many people did he tell you he'd killed?
He said he was near the 3-digit mark, so almost 100.
Something he also told Daniel Gross, a reporter he's been exchanging letters with since his sentencing.
He went on to describe that, yes, there is more than 7, and didn't go into a lot more detail other than that.
Now, the FBI South Carolina office is declining to comment on Kohlhepp's claims, but the Spartanburg sheriff we spoke to told us overnight that his department is willing to help the agency and law enforcement officials within any jurisdiction if it means getting more justice for any of his other potential victims out there. Robin?
Okay there, Amy. Joining us now is Lenny DePaul. He's back. He's the retired commander of the U.S. Marshal Service. What does your gut tell you here?
You know, Robin, this guy obviously has psychiatric problems, and he has had for a long time. When he was a kid at the age of 14, he kidnaps a woman, he rapes her, then he walks her home, pulls a gun, threatens her that if she says anything, he's going to kill her and the family. Fast forward 2003 to 2016, he pleads guilty to the 7 homicides and other crimes. He's specific about these cases, right down to the names, the details. He gets life in prison. There's no death penalty in South Carolina, so he's going to sit in prison for the rest of his life. Now he writes a letter, an 8-page letter. He says, yeah, there's many others, and oh, by the way, I have a pilot license, I've been around the world, but I'm not going to give you names or any specifics. So is he sending these investigators on a fishing expedition?
But they have to look into it, the investigators, yeah. How do they go about that?
Well, they will. They're not going to leave any stones unturned. Right. They're going to look in areas that he's been in the past decade. If there's any unsolved homicides, they're certainly going to look at it. Any of his DNA, any of his fingerprints on any of these bodies, then they'll have a conversation with him at that point.
Getting into the mind of a serial killer, and don't even want to really get into that kind of mind, we see this from time to time, bragging about things that really didn't happen because they just want the attention on them.
Right. Sadly, like I said, he's in prison for the rest of his life. He writes this letter. Is his ideology, he wants it to continue, his madness, to keep that fear out there. Sometimes we see that, and that's what happens. And I'm hoping that's what this guy's doing. I hope there's nobody else out there.
Yeah, we share that hope. Okay, Lenny, thanks very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.